There is a pasuk in this week's parasha that I think, if studied properly, if we understood it, if we thought about it, it's a game changer. It's a life changer. It may not seem that way at first when you hear it, but as you think about it, and especially if you're a mature person, especially if you had a little experience in life, you'll say, wow, I never thought about that. To come to a realization and an understanding of this pasuk, if you're able to at a young age, you will have a tremendous wealth. The pasuk is talking about the blessing that Yaakov Avinu gave to his son Yisachar. The pasuk says that Yisachar saw Vayar menuha ki tov. Yisachar saw that menuha is good. What is menuha? What does the word mean? Menuha. Translated. Rest. Leisure. When you're resting, you're relaxed. You have nothing to do. You have menuha. Some people, they sleep on Shabbat for 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours. Shabbat menuha. One time a boy told me, Rabbi, I slept 16 hours on Shabbat. Unbelievable. Menuha. Sounds familiar, I guess, right? Menuha is when you have leisure. Leisure means you're relaxed, you're rested, you're not working too hard. Sometimes you go on vacation, and you have menuha. Vayar menuha ki tov. Yisachar vayar. I mean, vayar, he saw. So it means he studied it. He looked into it. He gave notice to it. Vayar menuha ki tov. You know what? To have leisure, to have menuha is good. It's a good feeling. It's a pleasure. I enjoy it. I think we could all agree to Yisachar. We don't even need vayar. We don't even have to think about it. How many of you have actually thought about it and came to a decision? We didn't need to. It's so obvious. Leisure is good. But it seems that Yisachar didn't just say leisure is good. Vayar, he looked into it. He studied the subject. Most of us don't study the subject. Most of us just say, of course, it's obvious. I love leisure. You don't need to convince me. Do you have to tell your children one day, by the way, leisure is good? No father ever told his son that. Why? Because it's so obvious. But Yisachar studied the subject. And you know what he came out with? Vayar menuha ki tov. After he studied the subject, He did nice Ayun. He did Rashi, Tosfot. He did Rishonim. He worked it all out. He studied Menuha. He studied it inside and out. You're probably wondering, what is there to study? But that's what it says. Vayar Menuha Kitov. And his conclusion was, it's good. You see, in life, sometimes things may seem good, but when you study them, you see they're not good. Sometimes a person wouldn't realize that smoking is not good. But at first glance, it may seem good. What's the big deal? What's if I smoke a little bit? Well, I get a little high. What's the big deal? It's good. It's a good feeling. But then, Vayar, when you study it, when you study the subject, and you study all the millions of sick people in the world, and you come out and you say, oh, that's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I thought it was good. It's not good. There are many things in life that at first glance you may say it's good, I enjoy that, but in the end it's not good. Sometimes food could be not good food for you. So when you put it in your mouth and you eat it, you say, oh, it's very good. But then when you study, you say that's not good. There are many things in life that at first glance may seem good, but when you study them, they come out not so good. But Yisachar, when he made his study on Menuha, Vayar Menuha, and he says, Kitov, this is good. Tov is more than good. It's perfect. It's great. So what did he do? Now that he did this study on Menuha, right? And he didn't just take it for granted, he really looked into it, and he came out, this is great. Menuha is great. So what did he do? What was his next move? Because after you make a study, this is a good, very important in life, after you look into something and you study it, and you come out with a conclusion, now you want to act on it. What's the purpose of studying something if you're not going to do it anyway? So he came out, okay, now he's ready. He's ready to take his information and put it into practice. So what did Yisachar do? So if you would have asked me to fill in the rest of the pasuk, or I would ask any of you here to fill in the rest of the pasuk, when you come out with the conclusion that Menuha is good, so what did Yisachar do? What should he do? He went, where'd he go? He went to sleep. Nice. He went to relax in the backyard in the nice hot sun. He went to relax with his friends, have a drink. That's what you would think. If Menuha is good, that's what you do. But there's something in this pasuk that's absolutely shocking when you hear what his reaction was. You know what he did? The pasuk says, Vayet shichmo lisbol. He lowered his shoulder. Lisbol, to carry. He started to work. He started to sweat. And you sit there and you're scratching your head. You say, what? If you did a study on work, and you came out that work is good, then what do? Then you work. But if you did a study on Menuha, and you came out that Menuha is good, then what do? You don't work. You relax. You get a nice chair, nice beach chair. Just sit back and take it easy. But Yisachar does his study on Menuha, comes out that it's great, and he acts exactly opposite, which makes no sense. And if we today are matzliach, if we succeed today, me and you, to figure out what's going on in this pasuk, we will have earned for ourselves a wealth of a lifetime. There isn't enough money in the world that someone can give you that's going to be equal to what we will learn today. Let me tell you about now this is a big question, right? And remember that you think this is a very big question. Remember that. Because by the end of this class, you think it's not a question at all. Why is this a big question in our minds? It's because there is a false understanding in the world, and we're part of that world, because we had a very big question that I just asked. There is a misunderstanding. Let's say you thought that something was very, very good for you, and then you saw that it's really poison. That's called a misunderstanding. You thought it was one thing, then you realized it was something else. There is a misunderstanding of what menuha is. You see, menuha is a great state of simha. Being in a state of menuha, which we'll call it for now peace or rest, being in a state of menuha is something that we all look forward to, because we know how enjoyable menuha is. We all want menuha. In fact, I will venture to say that we all live to reach menuha. That's how much menuha we want. Even when we work hard, it's only so that we can end up resting. Even if we work during the whole week. There are people who work during the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they can't wait for the weekend, because the weekend is their menuha. We work for months and months and months, and then we're going to have menuha. In fact, people will work a lifetime. They'll work 10, 20, 30, 40 years, and looking forward to what? To menuha. When? When they retire. And to do nothing. Menuha is always on our minds. You're in school. You're in school all day. You're working hard. And you just can't wait till the day's over. The bell rings. And then the simha that you see in the halls. You ever see the simha in the hallway? At 5 o'clock, 5:45? Watch today at 12:35. Stand by the door and see the simha. It's not just off for the night. You're off. It's Shabbat. You have a day and a half off. It's unbelievable. People are rushing into the cold. They're going to the freezing weather. Why? Because they want menuha. Menuha is something that's always on our mind. Menuha is something we all love and want. I'm not going to change today our love of menuha. I'm not today going to tell you that you should not look forward to menuha. I'm not doing that today. I'm telling you today that menuha is great, like you know it's great. But today I am going to give you a hidush. I'm going to tell you the following. That what you think and what you envision menuha to be is a mistake. And the minute you're going to realize this is the minute you're going to start living an amazing life. So again, I'm not going to argue that menuha is great. You may come and say, I'll tell you guys, resting is not good. Come on, it's not good. No, menuha is great. But I'm telling you that most of us in this room have a misunderstanding of what menuha is. And therefore, we're chasing menuha, we want menuha, but we're never going to get menuha because we don't know what it is. If you think, and I'm telling you this now as a challenge, if you think right now that menuha is when you're sitting back with nothing to do and nothing to worry about and everything is just perfect, if that's your vision of menuha, you are going to have a miserable life. One more time. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to shock you. I'm telling you the truth. If your understanding, we all want menuha, which is great. We all think menuha is great, beautiful. But if you think that the definition of menuha is, the definition is the time that I have to sit and do nothing, have no worries, no problems, no issues, don't have to work, don't have to do anything. If that's what you're imagining, if that's the cloud of menuha you're thinking about, and you're looking to reach that cloud, and when you reach that cloud, you're going to be, if that's what you're looking for, you're going to have a miserable life. Why? Why? Because it will never happen. You are looking for something that doesn't exist. You may be able to go a few days on vacation, but even then, you'll have many different other issues. You may have money and never have to work a day in your life. There are people who are so wealthy, they don't have to work a day in their life. So you would say, oh wow, they have menuha. No, they don't. Because they have other issues. They have issues with their children, they have issues with their husbands, they have issues with their wives, they have issues with many things. They have health issues. In life, there are always issues. You never have menuha. There is nobody that you know that has menuha. Nobody. I give you my word. Growing up your age, I remember, I was 16 years old. I remember this very vividly. I don't remember a lot of things, but I remember growing up very jealous. I didn't grow up in a house that had really any money. I couldn't even buy a pair of pants, to be honest with you. To buy a pair of pants to me was like, Pesach was coming. I didn't have a lot of money to buy lunch when everyone went for lunch. I had a few dollars. I had to be very careful how I spent my few dollars because I didn't have any more. That's how I grew up. I didn't have a lot of money. My parents didn't have money. But I went to a school where many of my friends had a lot of money. And I remember being very, very jealous. I remember feeling daily in pain from morning till night, in and out. Yes, I distracted myself by playing ball. I had a lot of different things. I had some good times. I'm not saying that. But the overall default was when everything was set, when I was doing nothing, I was going back to my pain. I remember going to one of my friends. I had a very good friend, very, very wealthy. I'll never forget this. I remember that I was by his house and his mother walked in on some random day in December or something with maybe 20 bags of expensive clothing. Like, I would never even be able to buy one thing from that store in 10 years. And here's a woman who walks into the house, my friend, just like me. 20 bags, and she throws it on the floor, and she says, here, choose whatever you want. If there's anything you don't want, just tell me by tomorrow. And I'm just going like this, saying, what has Hashem done to me? What is wrong with me? I couldn't get one thing in that whole, maybe it was like 50 things in those bags. I couldn't get one. Not today, I could never get them. And here, my friend, and he doesn't even care. He's sitting in the couch, okay, mom, oh, fine, no problem. I'm like, what? You're not like jumping up and down? You're not going crazy? If I had one bag, I'll be going crazy. And I'm feeling, wow, miserable. And then we turn 17, and this guy, guess what happens then? Guess what he gets? A car, like a nice car. And me, I'm like driving my mother's used Volkswagen. It was like 1984, and it's hardly like moving. And like when you're pulling up in front of the school, everyone hears that you're pulling up. And it's not from the music, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and all of a sudden this guy's pulling up. And guess what happens to me? I'm telling you serious, I'm sorry to have to share this with you, but I'm telling you the truth. It's a reality. I'm sure I'm not the only one. It was hard, it was painful. I remember living with that pain for years. I wish that someone would have given me the information I'm about to give you. Because if they did, it would have saved me many years of hurt. It was only a few years later, maybe in my 20s, 21, 22. Just specifically, some of the people that I was very jealous of, and they were not one, not two, they were a bunch. I remember getting a little more mature and starting to see what's in that house. For example, in one of the houses, nobody in the family talks. They don't talk to each other. The husband hates the wife, and she hates him too. And this has been going on for 30 years. I didn't know that. The kids don't really get along. The house is like a terrible place to be. And I remember thinking, 1 second, I don't have that kind of house. I may not have a lot of money in my house, but there's a lot of love in my house. There's a lot of warmth in my house. There's a lot of support in my house. I have family, I have brothers and sisters that I would spend my day with any one of them anytime. They would do anything for me, and I would do anything for them. He doesn't have that. I have that. This guy, other issues. This one, health issues. Baruch Hashem, I didn't have health issues growing up. I didn't have family issues growing up. I had a lot of things growing up that I should have been very, very happy with. But I was missing money. But it drove me crazy. Why am I telling you this? Because there isn't one person in this room that has it all. There are people in this room who have a lot of money. There are. But they're missing something that you have if you don't have a lot of money. There are people who don't have a lot of money, but they have other things. Everybody's got something and missing. There isn't a person in the world who has everything. There isn't. It doesn't exist. It's hard to believe that because you think always the other person has everything and you have nothing. That's what you think. Everyone thinks that. Everyone thinks the other guy has it all. Nobody has it all. No human on the planet has it all. It will never happen. They may have things that you don't have, but they don't have it all. They're struggling with things too. You may not believe it because you'll say, what do you mean? How could they struggle? If you have money, you could struggle? Yeah. You could struggle a lot if you have money. You could struggle with many other things. The pasuk says, Adam le'amal yulad, which means that a human in this world, if you're a human and you're alive, then you're struggling. Everybody in this room is struggling with something. You may not want to admit it in public, but you all know deep inside that you're struggling with something. Everybody here is struggling. Some with money, some with status, some with family, some with popularity, some with this, some with that. Everybody's struggling. Again, you don't need to admit it, but you know this is the fact. Just know that this will continue with you for the rest of your life. The rest of your life, you're going to be struggling with something. Life is not a smooth sailing highway. You may solve one of your problems. Maybe today you don't have money, and one day you'll have money, so you'll take care of that. But you'll be struggling with something else. There's always something you're struggling with. Always. You're never going to have menuha. Ever. You're never going to have menuha. You're always going to be two things behind menuha. If I only have this, I'll have menuha. If I ask you right now, what would it take to get you menuha? You would say, okay, if I only got this and I only got that, I need two things. I'm two things away from menuha. If I just got these two things, I'm away. I bet many of you think that. I've had these conversations where people say, okay, Rabbi, I have like two more things in my life. If I can get these straightened out, I'm having menuha. That's it, I'm done, I'm good. 5 years later, I talk to the guy. He has the same two things or other two things. And he's still on the same plan. And forever, till you're 120 years old, you're still chasing the menuha. You're never going to find it. You know why? Because you're in the wrong place. If you're looking for menuha in this place called Olam Hazeh, you're in the wrong place and you're going to be forever frustrated. You know what it's like? It's like a guy going to China for 2 weeks because he has to work. In 2 weeks when you go to China, you work hard like a behemah, like an animal. So you get in all your work done. Imagine you go there for 2 weeks and you're working and you're saying, what am I doing? Why am I working? Hello, you're there to work. That's what China's there for. You went to work. If you go on vacation and you work every second on vacation, you're going to be very disappointed. Because you're supposed to relax on vacation. But if you know you have to work, you don't feel bad. There is no such thing as a human in this world. Remember what I tell you one more time. It doesn't matter who he is. It makes no difference how popular, how tall, how much money. It makes no difference. There isn't a human being that you know that has it all. So if you're looking for menuha, in the sense where you want just everything to be relaxed, I just want everything to be relaxed. And I'm almost there. A few more dollars, I'll be there. A few more friends, I'll be there. I'm almost there. I got it. You're going to be almost there for the rest of your life. And you're going to never taste the sweetness of menuha because it's not available to you. So where is menuha then? What did Yisachar see then? Vayar menuha kitov. What did he see? Where is this menuha? You know what the menuha is? The menuha is the minute you and I realize. It's going to sound weird. And you may just dismiss what I'm saying. But pay good attention. Because this could change your life. Forever. For you. Not for me. For you. The moment you realize that this world, when you're here in this world, you're here to work. You're here to struggle. If you're struggling, you're here for that. If you're working hard, you're here for that. You're in the right place. You know why we get frustrated when we're not having menuha? Because we think we're here to relax. We think we're here on vacation. When you think you're here on vacation and all of a sudden you have to work hard, what happens to you? You get frustrated. But if you know you're here to work, you're here to struggle, you're here to wake up early in the morning, you're here to go to pray, you're here to learn, you're here to work. Whether you're working in Torah, or you're working in business, or you're working with your family, you're struggling with your friends, you're struggling with your parents, you're struggling with your midot, You're working on yourself. You're struggling. But you know what happens when you know that you're supposed to be struggling? You know what happens? You have menuha. Because you know where menuha comes from? Menuha comes from feeling you're at home. When you're at home, you feel menuha. When you think this world is meant to be everything easy, you're never going to find menuha ever. Because it will never be easy. And the minute you realize this world is supposed to be a place where I struggle, yeah, I'm struggling and learning. Good. Good. I'm struggling to wake up. Good. I'm struggling with my anger. Fine. My friend is bothering me. Great. That's what you're here for. When they train the Olympian for the Olympics for years, he doesn't ask himself, oh, what am I doing here? What are you doing here? You're here to work. That's what you're here for. The minute you realize that you're here, you're struggling because you have no money, you're struggling with that? Good. That's what you're here for. You're in the right place. When you struggle, remember you're at home. And therefore, once you know you're at home and you know this place is a place to work. When you work, you feel good because you're in a place that's meant to work. So, Vayar menuha kitov, when Yisachar saw that menuha is good. You know what menuha means? Menuha means when you feel at home. When you feel you're in the right place. I'm in the right place. Oh, I'm struggling, I'm in the right place. Vayar menuha, it feels good to be at home. Vayechi lisbol, so he says, so let me put in the work. Let me work hard. When you come to school every day, for example, and your menuha is how to get out of school, you'll never enjoy school. You'll never enjoy it because you'll always be looking to get out. And 4 years will go by in this place, and you can, not any place, and you'll hate every minute of it because you're looking for menuha. But imagine you understood that you're here to work. The work is going to feel such a pleasure. That's how it is in our lifetime. School, the 4 years, is like a lifetime. Same thing. In lifetime, people also say, oh, I just can't wait till I finish, till I retire. Hello, you're here now. If you're in school, work hard. Work hard. Open the Gemara and study. Vayechi lisbol. He says, I'm excited to work. I'm here to work. When you have to get up early in the morning, yes, it's hard, but be excited about it. Be excited to work hard. Be excited to go learn at night. Be excited to learn anything that you're learning. Be excited to work. You're here to work. Lucky is the one whose work is in Torah. Lucky is the one whose work is in his midot. He's struggling with his midot. He's struggling with his ka'as. He's working on it. It's hard for him to leave his home at night. It's hard for him to get up in the morning. It's hard for him to do something. Lucky are you that you're struggling with those things. Vayar menuha kitov. Menuha is when you feel at home. And just know that home in this world, home here, means a place of struggle. So then lower your shoulder. Lower your shoulder and start lifting all the boxes that you want to lift. Lower your shoulder and start to work on yourself. Take that Gemara and start to work on it. And if you see yourself struggling, great, you're at home. Then it's going to taste sweet. Believe it or not, struggling in this world can be sweet. Because this world is full of struggles. But if you know that's what you're here for, you're going to love it. And fortunate are you that you struggle in good things. Because in life you have a choice. You could struggle with stupidity, or you could struggle in things that will bring you greatness, like Torah and mitzvot. Better to struggle in Torah and mitzvot. Vayar menuha kitov, says Yisachar. I see this is a place of work. So let me start working in all the right things. Let me commit myself not to be lazy. Let me commit myself to work, to sweat. When you find yourself sweating, know that you're at home. Feel good. Feel good that you're working hard. Don't come into school in the morning. Don't come to yeshiva in the morning waiting to leave. That's what people do their whole lifetime. They sit every day, they wake up waiting to leave. Don't do that. Enjoy life. Come into school to work. Come into school to struggle. If you have such an attitude, then you're going to be Vayar Menohaki Tov. You're going to have a great experience in these 4 years and your lifetime. Vayar Menohaki Tov. This world is not a place where you're ever going to relax. Don't look forward to that. It's never going to happen. What is going to happen is you're going to struggle. Struggle in the right things. Work hard. Enjoy it. Shabbat Shalom.